Happy New Year, Beverly. How are you?
Here, it's 2021. Out with the old, in with the new.
Fresh start, baby. Fresh start.
Fresh
Some
start it is.
goal setting and starting fresh in 2021.
That is an awesome topic to start off our new year, Sherry.
And I know some people started celebrating a little early this year. And I even saw some dumpster fires on the news broadcast where people were just throwing in like
People were with 20.
big like 2021 or 2020 like signs. They were throwing them in. I'm like, a lot of gifts and Facebook's stuff on the news feed. You were seeing about people like kicking 2020 to the curb.
Yeah, I've seen some funny little memes on 20 moving on, getting kicked out.
Yeah. Well, and we're all ready for a new year. Everybody's ready for a new year.
Absolutely.
So that is our focus.
Better year.
So this is Aging Backwards with Sherry and Beverly. And I'm Sherry Lynn. I'm a culinary nutrition expert, health educator, certified consistency coach at Sherry Lynn Inc. I'm the founder of The Exhaustion Fix. I help exhausted, busy women learn how to eat to help put their hormones in check so they can start to feel awake again and fit into those jeans in the back of their closets. And I have an essential energy boosters guide. If you would like that, you can just copy that link right there and paste it into your browser and grab that for yourself. So
I think we can all use a boost right now. We probably had so much fun over the Christmas holiday, New Year, and all of the celebration. We need a boost. So great option there. So thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.
Oh, hi, I'm Beverly. I am a certified health and wellness coach, and my company is Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching. So I've coached clients who have lost over 50 pounds in 1 year. I specialize in working with women to elegantly transform through the menopause period in my holistic programs, which I offer online and individually or group settings. So if you're ready to step into your dazzling health for 2021, my website is listed below. I'd love to have you to check me out.
Perfect. Thank you, Beverly. So before we go any further, we of course have to go over our disclaimer.
Absolutely. And it is as follows. This information is for educational and informational purposes only and solely as a self-help tool for your own use. We're not providing medical, psychological, or nutrition therapy advice. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat any health problems or illnesses without consulting your own medical practitioner. Always seek the advice of your own medical practitioner and or mental health provider about your specific health situation. For more information, the full disclaimer is listed at the link below.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's time for a fresh start. And Beverly and I are here to help you transition into a wonderful 2021 year.
I'm so happy about that.
Everyone is so happy about that. So we're going to shed the weight of the last year.
Yes.
So physically, mentally, spiritually, you've got a whole clean slate for a whole new year. And what I was explaining to Beverly earlier was we're both in weight loss, but weight loss doesn't just have to do with physically.
Correct.
It has to do with mentally, spirituality, your mindset.
Yes.
All of the above. So it's not just physically. So we're going to shed the weight of the last year.
It's like a holistic way of looking at it. It's not just one aspect. You're bringing all aspects of who you are into this process.
Right. And I know that even in my Facebook group, I put a lot of different things in there that they're all related to weight loss, because if you are living in chaos, in clutter, and some of my posts are about decluttering or mindful eating, or all comes center.
Yes.
So there's all these little things, which we're going to go over a few of them in our circle here.
Yes.
So we want you to embrace all that 2021 has.
Mhm.
Balance is a process, not a goal.
Correct.
So achieving a health or fitness goal, it's not everybody wants to train for a triathlon, but we want to be healthier. We want to be fitter. We want to maybe start a workout regimen.
Yes.
So I know you do yoga daily.
You hired a trainer.
I hired a trainer. Yeah, which is actually
Recommendation. I told you needed one.
yes. See, and that's the thing. Beverly and I still get on each other, even though we're both health coaches. I tell Beverly she needs more sleep. She tells me I need a trainer. But that's what friends do, right?
Absolutely.
And we both need our own coaches. So I reached out to a personal trainer, and my personal trainer's name is Ashley. She's only 27 years old. She's half my age. I'm going to be 54 next month. Okay. But the reason that I needed my trainer is because I had hip surgery 2 years ago and I'm still rehabbing that hip. And every time I go and start working out and it gets sore, I back off and then I don't do anything.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing more. And then it starts hurting again. So I went to my local gym. Actually, it's an hour away from, I wouldn't say it's local, but it is. And so I went to my gym and I talked to the owner and I said, this is what I need. I have to strengthen my hip. I don't want to work. I don't want to have to look up the exercises. I'm too busy. I want somebody I'm going to come in. They're going to tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay her and I'm going to go home.
Well, there's the accountability factor. One, you're going to show up because you've hired somebody and made the commitment that you're going to stick to this process. And the next aspect of that is you can't really see what's happening around you. So having a coach, they can watch your movement, your form, and support you and making sure you're in alignment. And that's the same thing of being a health coach. Like we do the same thing. We help you to meet your goals. So just like you need a coach to help you in your strength training for rehabbing your leg, there are people out there who have, goals of getting into the best shape possible, and a health coach is very important for that.
And I agree with that. And I think everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a therapist, somebody to talk to. It could even be like a very good friend. But one thing I learned with Ashley is I started doing some squats with her, just some simple squats, like weight bearing or very lightweight. I started cheating. Like I'm coming forward and I'm going down. I'm not staying back on my heels and going down that way because of I'm compensating. So that's her rule in my strengthening of my hip and even my lower abdominal, because that's where my hip flexors took a lot of beating when I had my surgery, when I couldn't walk for 6 weeks, and then started little very just weight bearing walking. So her job is to watch my form. And her job is also to count for me because I can't count to 10. So as I'm doing things and I'm like, okay, how many was that? So her job is to let me know if, or are we on 9 or 10? Because I can't seem to keep track of it. So
the next, you said that there was an instance where you realized that you had been overcompensating by putting a lot of actual weight on your left side when your surgery had impacted your right side. Is that correct?
It is, because yesterday she had me, it was still like an 18-inch box, 18-inch. I'm supposed to step up, step down, switch legs, step up, step up. And even though my right hip was the one that I had labrum reconstruction surgery on, so that little, the soft like gasket in there had to be rebuilt because it got all tore up because of the way my bone structure was as I was born. What I realized was it wasn't my right hip that I was struggling with. The strength in my left leg stepping up, because we compensate
Say, yeah.
on the other side for what's ailing us on one side. So I had to really lean forward on my left leg to try to use that hip. I was cheating and using more of my knee. And then I wonder why my knee is sore, because it's my right hip. So things are, it's amazing how the human body works. That's why Beverly and I love this.
Yes.
Because so Ashley's job is to watch my form and make sure that I'm doing it correctly and to tell me what to do, because I don't want to think about it.
Absolutely.
And even though I'm a Phy-Ed teacher, health educator, health coach, I do all of this. I want to walk into the gym and not think about it. You tell me what I need to do, watch my form, tell me when I'm done, and tell me what we're doing next. That's it. And when I'm showing up the next time. So I'm doing that twice a week right now. So yeah, it's going really well.
Trainer, he's still closed down for this pandemic, so I don't know when I'll actually get back in to see my trainer, but I miss him dearly, and it makes such a difference in getting your body toned, and strength training is so important for women.
Right. And my for those of you watching, she gave me this little bottle of, or little jar of warming natural icy hot by Sombra. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And this was my Christmas present from my trainer.
That was so thoughtful.
And it's wonderful.
Too.
So the next item is building new relationships, adjusting to life as a parent.
Or grandparent.
I'm a new grandma.
Congratulations.
Grandma. December 28th, little Romy was born, new grandma. So, an adjustment for parents during this whole COVID and virtual learning, just building a new relationship with my trainer, or
your dad was 80, 81?
Dad's 83.
83? Oh, wow. I keep forgetting. He's like much older than I think. At 81, it's just like he's doing so much.
He does well. Even for all the smoking and drinking he does. Health coaches don't have any bearing on your 83-year-old fathers. Really don't. So, yeah, but at any age, though, you can learn how to Zoom.
Yes. And he has learned that and perfected it.
Yep, he can Zoom with me. So technology is your friend.
Yes.
So climbing the ladder in your career.
Or getting down off the ladder of your career.
Yes. Making changes in your career.
Yes.
Whatever you want to do, and what you want to do now might not be what you want to do 5 years from now or 5 years ago. So saving to pay off student debt or buy a home.
Yeah.
Just to improve your finances. So balance is a process. Absolutely. Not a goal. It is definitely a process. So many of us put a lot of extra energy into things that we're great at or that make us feel good. So we can even take certain things for granted. For example, our health and fitness. And I know I was an athlete in high school, so that comes easy to me. Yeah. Whereas if you're not athletic and you hate to work out, your career may have a lower priority, or it may have a higher priority.
Or it will show up as a higher priority as you age.
True. True. Some more examples. Your home might be spotlessly organized, but it makes you feel relaxed, while your fun and leisure category could use some attention. So if you spend all your time cleaning up your house and you never go do the fun things, you know,
Yeah.
your financial situation might be a mystery to you, so you avoid it and instead focus on your hobbies.
Needs balance.
I know I need to balance my checkbook. Especially, well, I didn't overdo it for Christmas either. We did simple, smaller things. My children are actually 31, 32, and 33. So we did, they're grown adults. So if you've never had a health problem, so self-care seems like a foreign concept, and you put that energy into your social life or work, sometimes all of a sudden a health problem arises and you're like, where'd that come from? I've never had one, but you've been not taking care of yourself.
Right.
That can hit all the stress and worry and all those things that come about.
It can sneak up on you and show up as a health problem.
Definitely. So your mission is to create your life balance wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So think about all the different aspects of your daily life. Mm-hmm. The health and fitness, your interests. What are some of your interests, Beverly? What do you like to do?
I think one of the ones that I am focused on this year, you were talking about your words for this year, and mine is to play more, because I burn the candle at both ends, and I do enjoy some leisure. It's just not enough, and it's not the balance that I need. So mine is to find more time for recreational activities, things that I enjoy that gives me freedom, clear my mind, and enjoyment.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's huge for somebody. I don't consider myself a workaholic, but I just have, I tell you, so many spinning plates that are, requiring attention here and there. And these are things that I all enjoy to some degree, but then it gets to be burdensome when there's like so many going on and I don't have the proper balance. So that's my focus for 2021.
And I can visualize all those plates spinning and going and doing this one and this one and this one, like one of the jugglers.
Yes.
And yeah, you have to have some fun. Mm-hmm. And some self-care. And even, some people don't like to take hot baths. I love a nice hot bath with essential oils or bath bombs or
essential oils, Sherry.
Is that a new one?
Self-care, that was my gift to myself. I bought a kit of oils and I'm so excited and thrilled about it. Self-care. So I'm actually taking myself on this process of taking care of me on the side of R&R for fun and restoration. So just wanted to interject that to those who may be looking for some ways of self-care, since you just mentioned that essential oils are major in that area for me.
And I think we really have to think about doing that for ourselves, whether it's essential oils or just sitting and having a moment to yourselves.
You just shared your candle with me, the spiral candle. That's huge too.
Yeah. Yeah. Beverly and I both have candles lit right now.
Yes. And I literally, every time we get together, Sherry, I'm like, I gotta burn my candle, Sherry. And it's not, I think this one says live, laugh, love, but it's just like my way of setting the tone that I'm present. Mm-hmm. Being with you and making this a space that I'm bringing my best to our conversation, and hopefully the people that are listening are getting great content from what we're doing. It's a very inspirational time that we spend together.
Right. Right. And then also think about your emotional, spiritual, and physical needs.
Yeah, and I
And
think it's
take,
spiritual too.
yeah, I believe so. So your health and wellness relationships, your children, your family, your significant other, your friends. And I shared with Beverly earlier, some people do a word of the year. And my word of the year, and I also made a Facebook post about it, was my word is family. And it seems so simple, but it's really not, especially right now with a pandemic, because my father lives 80 miles away. He's 83, lots of health problems, smokes 2.5 packs of cigarettes a day, drinks 3 to 4 Manhattans every day. I go down there. He does not. What?
It sounds like he's living the life though at 83.
He doesn't care anymore. And there's not one thing that I can say to him about it that's not going to end in me leaving, right? So he does not want us to wear masks around him. I have talked to him. I said, Dad, should we come in and wear a mask? His care worker is required to wear a mask. And I talked to her and said, you have to wear a mask here. Yeah. But he does not want any of us to come in. We are being as careful as we can, but they're still living their lives. Right. He's in his point, he goes to the doctor sometimes 2-3 times a week, certain months. Now he doesn't have an appointment till February, but he's like, I could get it at the hospital. Mm-hmm. I could go get it at the clinic. It's if it's going to get me, but he's 83. So that's his attitude. He could have a heart attack tonight. So my word is family because I have that scenario. And then my daughter had a baby, yeah. Right? Yeah. Was it Wednesday?
The 28th, right?
It was Wednesday. So yeah, the 28th. So this little 7-pound baby, I went and held her when she came home from the hospital, but now I have to be really, really careful. I wore my mask, I washed my hands, I had showered, I cleaned clothes, and we have to be really, really good. Well, I go back to school tomorrow, full-time, face-to-face, 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I told my daughter I won't be coming over now. Yeah. Because I can't go to school with 500 kids and teachers and all, and then go see a 7-pound baby. Right. With all of this going on.
So you'll be Zooming with your grandbaby.
I'll be Zooming or we do the Google Duo. And then you've got the other aspect, which is my boyfriend and where he works, so my whole thing, my word is family, because I'm still going to have to, through technology, get a hold of my nephews and nieces and stay, connected. But we have this pandemic thing. Right. So health and wellness relationships, children, family, friends, significant other. It sounds simple, but I've got it all going on.
Yes, you certainly have a lot happening when it comes to your family, but you're really blessed in both aspects of family, because there's so many people who are alone trying to manage through this time, and mm-hmm. you brand new grandbaby who is absolutely precious, and you're so fortunate to have your dad who's 83. That's just magnificent. Mm-hmm. Then your kids are sprinkled there in the middle, so you're very blessed.
Right. And he, of course, doesn't want to be alone. Yeah. He wants everyone to come. Mm-hmm. So we've also had that talk. I said, if you get it, you're at the hospital by yourself. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't want to be home by himself either. So, yeah. So let's go with this. Different aspects of your life continued. Your environment at home and work, your career or passion, which those change over the years. Finances also changes. Spirituality, which we also talked about. Learning, self-development, personal growth. The one thing that we'll tell you is Beverly and I are always, always taking classes.
Yes, as I just told you, I'm I'm about to embark upon a much more broader, expansive doctoral program. So yes, we're always growing and developing in this space.
I think almost every time we talk, I'll be like, I just purchased another program. I just did something else. Yeah.
So we bring the best information because we're constantly learning and developing our abilities as health coaches and on the wellness side. And we practice what we preach. We're not just being here to entertain, we're here to educate and inspire as well.
Well, and we're always trying to improve upon what we already learned, you know, in technology itself. You know, if I need help with technology on something, I call Beverly. If Beverly needs something, she calls me and says, how did we do that last time?
Yeah, I remember. We had so many learning experiences through this process.
True. So fun and socializing, I'm with you. We need to add more of that. And like I told Beverly, I walked my 3 dogs yesterday. And one's a puppy, and the neighbor girl comes out and she's like, I'll take the puppy. I'm like, oh, thank God. But, you know, fun and socializing and get outside.
Yes.
Even though it's cold out in winter, it's a mindset.
Yes. Did I tell you?
Outside.
My mindset when I got up this morning is a brand new year. So I'm going to get back. I love to walk, but because of, you know, COVID and the change in seasons, I'm just like, you know, I kind of fell off a little bit, but I have an in-home gym, so I do my workout there. But I said, you know, I get so invigorated when I go out for my walks. And I used to get up every morning and walk before I start my day. So this morning at 5:30, I got up, got dressed, went to the door. I'm going walking. What did I come face to face with? Rain, and it was like frigid outside. But I went on out, took my umbrella, and I walked for about an hour in the rain. And the time went so quickly, but it just gave me such a renewed sense of connection with life, like 2021. I'm here, I made it. It's amazing to be able to be out. And I don't think I ran into anybody while I was out there, but it was so rewarding.
Right. And even though you got to the door and you saw the rain, you still did it anyway.
Yes. Yes.
If you can
behind me, I did it.
Yep. Because at that moment, your body was like, oh, let's go back in.
Yeah. But it was
what? Say that again.
That I had made my mind up that I was going to do this.
Yeah. So if you can give some contribution, charitable work, volunteering, community leadership, those are all, you know, very, very important directions that you can go as well.
Right.
So come up with 6 to 10 different categories that have meaning for you. Like my 6 to 10 may not be the same as Beverly's 6 to 10. Knowing the two of us, nutrition and health are probably both going to be on there as commonalities, but the rest of them are going to be different.
Right.
Because no two are ever alike.
Right.
Right? So here is our wheel of life. And I'm just going to read this right from my paper, Bev, because I want to make sure that I
because
cover it.
I thought it was so important for people to actually get this concept. If you can find time to do this exercise, it can be such a foundational place for you to start your goals for 2021. So yes, please share.
Exactly.
You guys, please take advantage of it.
Visualize a bicycle wheel forming a perfect circle. As long as those spokes, the long metal supports in the center, supporting the tire, stay strong and balanced, the wheel keeps on turning and you get where you want to go. If one or two are broken or bent, you're in for a bumpy ride. So it'll take a lot more effort and energy to get where you want to go. Plus you'll end up doing damage to the tire over time. Imagine the spokes represent different areas of your life: your health, relationships, spiritual practices, finances, fun, and the list goes on. The more balanced those areas are, the more balanced you will feel. When those spokes are in sync, everything flows a little bit more smoothly. You're more resilient and life is a lot less stressful.
Very well stated. So we have your wheels of life represented, and this is just a few. You would fill your wheel in with your areas of priority. I think, like you say, a couple of hours really overlap, but I would be interested in seeing what other people have on their wheels. So if you catch the video on YouTube, if you would put in the comments what you have on your wheel so we can respond to you and celebrate you for actually getting to the exercise and taking control of your year.
And I remember not liking these exercises like 10, 15 years ago. I was always like, oh, I hate this. But it is so important, and the process of the activity is the important part. So you have to get past the mindset of actually doing the activity.
Yeah.
You know, it's not homework, it's progress.
Right, right.
And it's what you want to work on and do. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like your map.
Exactly. And now I love doing them, but I had to get over that. So you're going to take an action plan. So if you don't want to do a wheel, you can just do a list and then write down, what's the first step I can take? You know, like I said, I need to balance my checkbook. So I'm going to write finance, and guess what? I need to find my receipts. And I need to balance that out. So put your plan into action and bring more fulfillment and happiness to your life. This will be fun. Depending on which areas you want to improve, it could include all of these. So finding more ways to socialize and meet new people. So I will share with you that I met my boyfriend online, a dating site, 9 years ago. So, and I messaged him, which he will always remind you of. Yeah. So searching online for a new personal growth course or class. So I don't ever have much, like it's very easy for me to find a new personal growth course or class. They just kind of appear for me. Volunteering. You can even volunteer at the local food pantry.
Yeah.
Signing up for a new fitness class to get yourself back on track and feeling great. Hire a personal trainer. It's not as scary as you think.
Hire a health and wellness coach.
Hire a wellness coach. Right? Beverly and I are always here to help you. All you have to do is contact us.
Absolutely.
You can talk to us for free. It doesn't cost you anything to talk to us. If you are, if our program looks like it'll be something that would work for you, you can ask us to share that with you. But to talk to us, it's free.
Yes.
So making yourself invaluable at work so you can ask for that raise. So some places you can move up the ladder like that. I teach full time. We don't really have a way of moving up and getting the raise unless we move on up into administration. So not something I want to do. Setting aside time to meditate or pray each day. Now, if you can't meditate, you can work on breath work.
Breath work, definitely. Yes.
Work on breath work, because not everybody can meditate. Because when you sit and you have all these things on your mind and you sit and you're trying to meditate and your mind is going like this.
The monkey mind.
The monkey mind. If you do some breathing exercises and you can go.
Yeah.
And if you, Right. And if you really want to work on breath work, you could look up pause breath work. I know she's got a lot of YouTube videos out there and start with that. Very nice. Another program I want to take. Setting aside, oh no, I read that one already. Or anything else you can think of. Like I said, everybody's different.
I find that, remember I said I got a book, I think we were talking earlier, I got a book, I love books. You can, in the room where I'm recording, there's a library full of books, and I got a motivational book. And that's one of the ways I start my morning, is just find something inspirational to read. And that helps you focus on getting your day started in a positive way. And it serves you with fulfilling that space of happiness, of gratitude. So I would encourage you to consider that as well.
Or morning journaling. And if it doesn't work in the morning, do evening journaling. You know, and I'm one, when I read, I get tired. So I usually end up doing my reading at night. What?
I said that's why I read something inspirational in the morning, because it can put you back to sleep depending on the type of information you're reading, because some of it can be a little heavy and overwhelming. But I just try to find something to just give me a moment to focus on something happy, grateful, appreciative, kind of stays with me all day.
Yeah. Or you can also think of some goal for the day.
Like setting an intention.
Yeah, and then, yeah, like setting an intention. And then in the afternoon, when you start getting tired or whatever, just think of that goal again and continue on. And there's so many different ways to.
Yes.
And that's why you and I are here to help.
Absolutely.
So reset and revise. So remember, the life balance wheel, it's always turning and changing. You know, it never stays the same. It's going to evolve over time based on what's happening in your life and on your shifting priorities. So, and things happen in lives. I know, like, a lot of people, COVID and 2020 was a very, very difficult year. And I've had some very difficult years before COVID hit, you know, with my mom passing or the tragic loss of my brother, or there's things that happened, mental health in our family. And so to me, 2020 was like another year, but yet we had a pandemic involved. So, but we also had another death, you know, so I'm so like ready for 2021. And I don't know if you do resolutions, Bev, but my resolution every year is just to have a better next year. That's always my resolution every year, is I want a better year this year than I had last year.
Right.
And I just keep working on that and trying. New baby. Like I said, I have a new granddaughter named Romy, and starting a business. Beverly and I have both started our own businesses. Health of a loved one, changes in your relationships and your goals. So goals change.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good to revisit your life balance wheel every 6 months or so. It doesn't have to be yearly. You could do it quarterly if you wanted to. And one thing that I like to look at, I do the whole resolution thing, you know, with hoping or wishing for a new year and, you know, changing things. But when I have my birthday is when I really take a look at things as well. That's like my new year, is the way I look at it, because that's like February 2nd, I'm going to be 54. What am I going to do with my year of 54? So I look at it a little differently that way too.
Yeah, that's a great time to look at it. It's very personalized because it's your day.
It's my day. Groundhog's Day. That's my day. So we hope that this helps you to make an action plan for yourself and your own balance wheel. So if you have any questions, we will research for you. We love to look up. If there's a topic that you would like us to do an episode on, we're more than willing to do that. It has to be related to wellness, of course. So like and subscribe to our channel, share our episodes, and anything you would like to add?
Well, Sherry, this has been an awesome presentation on kicking off the new year 2021 with the Wheel of Life. I encourage everyone to take some time and work on your Wheel of Life. As Sherry indicated in the presentation, every 6 months, things are changing. So it's really a great opportunity to do this year. I've been working on my Wheel of Life goals for 2021. So I'd like to encourage you all to do the same, and wishing you and yours a fantastic 2021. Sherry and I love being here with you, and continue to stay with us throughout the year. We have our YouTube. We'd love for you to come there and subscribe and share it with a friend.
Absolutely. So we hope this helps you create an amazing 2021.
Absolutely.
So make it something great.
Awesome.
So we would be honored to be part of your health and wellness journey. So all you have to do is contact us. Here is our information. I'm Sherry Lynn again. I have my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Facebook group, Overcome Extreme Fatigue with Sherry Lynn. Again, I work with exhausted and fatigued, busy women in the weight loss realm. And there's my Essential Energy Boosters Guide. If you would like that, just pop that URL link in the search bar and you can download that for yourself.
Awesome. Perfect. Well said. Thank you. And again, I'm Beverly with Beverly Hills Health and Wellness Coaching. My website is there. I also have a free downloadable ebook on busting through belly fat. I would love to engage with you on my platform if you have any questions or concerns regarding weight loss, stress, all of these things that women are dealing with in their menopause. I call it the second spring of life. I'd love to have a conversation with you about that and see how I can support you. My dog knocked down my books. I'm sorry. You and your health goals.
Yeah, we both love our dogs.
Yeah, she's
right
here. She's been patiently waiting.
Oh, mine just started moaning. he's gonna be 14 soon. He's like, "Rrr."
You're
So
14, I think my little girl, she's around the same. She wants to say hi. So hi.
hi.
She just won't stop. So
She's so cute. She usually photobombs and walks in the background there, and
you told me you saw her.
yeah, she's so cute. Yeah, I saw her like 5 times through when we were talking earlier. It's either your dog or sometimes your husband will photobomb in the back.
Yeah,
Especially if you're in the kitchen.
Known for doing that. It's football season, so now he's pretty close to, the television watching the games, and he's like, "Oh, so I know I can't be in your area. We normally get 2 o'clock. So when you finish, I'm coming back up and watching the television on the big screen."
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of football fans in your area too, right?
oh yeah, big Packer country. Because I'm in central Wisconsin, so big Packer Badgers.
Uh-huh.
Badgers. I actually had a Badger sweatshirt on before. I thought I'd take it off and put on some other clothes for this. So
We need to do
yeah.
a day for our sports team.
Yeah, we like our football here. So watch some football, eat some good snacks, have a couple of drinks. It's all good.
Hey,
So
that's what we're looking to do in 2021. Have a little more fun and a little less COVID.
right, little leisure time and more fun.
Yes, that is definitely one of the things that's a priority for me this year.
Oh, I know one thing that I started doing is my son is teaching me how to snowboard.
Right, you did tell me you went snowboarding.
I fell down hard one time, but my son is this is the 32-year-old. He's got me by the shirt, the jacket like this, holding me up, and he's teaching me. So Hey, free snowboard lessons.
Well, you're engaged in life and you're being physically fit. You're out there exercising. So I say kudos. I told you about my experience on the snowboard. And I lost my snowboard after coming out.
Where did that snowboard end up there, Beverly?
You're going to send me there. It disconnected from my boot and went sailing out over the parking lot. But I'm grateful it did not get, into anybody's area where somebody was injured. It didn't actually hit anybody's car, but it was hilarious. Yeah, we have stories to tell.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the snow, sitting on my bottom, trying to get the boot back into the snowboard, and these little kids next to me go flying by. They're like 4.
No, they are
so like
agile. They can do.
They're like the kids I teach at school, and they're flying by me on the ski hill. I'm like,
I know. Isn't that horrible?
I'll get better. See, 2021, I'm going to continue learning, and I'm going to continue strengthening that hip so that I can do more.
Absolutely, because before you know it, little Rummy, right? She's
Romy.
going to take her on the bunny slopes.
Right? Oh, too fun. All right. Well, see you, everybody. Have a great 2021. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.